Welcome to Social Work 636, Program and Organizational Development. I am really excited to be your professor. My name is Anjali Chainani, and this is one of my favorite courses at Widener. I've been teaching 636 for about 4 years, and it is one of my favorite courses because of how relevant it is to social workers and the profession of social work to understand programs and how organizations function and how to ensure that organizations can be effective and have the resources that they need to serve communities and to achieve their missions. So welcome to this course. Before we get into just some details, and this is an introduction video, I do want to acknowledge that we are still in the middle of a pandemic, and that is impacting all of us, myself included. So, I have been working from home since March, and am quite lucky because many other people that I know and interact with have experienced job loss and are grieving for a number of different reasons. And so I just want to acknowledge that there is a lot going on. You do have to take care of yourself. And I am going to be flexible throughout this course. Please communicate with me and let me know if you need additional time or support. I and the Widener community are here for you. And this is certainly no easy time to be juggling coursework and possibly a job and field placement, transitioning to remote work, dealing with the pandemic, raising a family, family responsibilities, and not only that, but we have an upcoming election. There is news about a potential civil war or threats of a civil war, which is incredibly scary. We have more empowered racist groups, and we also, at the same time, have an acknowledgement in this society of the impact of institutional racism and a reckoning, a racial reckoning, where cities and organizations and protesters were calling for police reforms, and a lot of change is happening, but there is still a lot of pain and suffering and continued civil unrest and protests as a result of the murder of George Floyd, and just a acknowledgement of the history of police violence against Black and brown men and women in this country. And so there are new laws and regulations and dialogue around all of this, and it will all be impacting each of us in different ways. And I do hope that you utilize whatever it is that is going on in the moment to add context to your discussions and how you view your role as a social worker and the difference that you are seeking to make in the world. One of the reasons that I really like this course is because it makes you think about your role in an organization and the various roles of other staff in an organization. And so we will be doing that together. We will be in the 7 weeks writing a grant proposal, program proposal. And for some of you, that may be a bit scary because you've never done it before. Certainly there are all levels of knowledge in this course, and I respect that, and I welcome it. And I also am very committed that each one of you gets something great and special out of this course by the end of the 7 weeks. So this course can be somewhat challenging. There is a lot of reading in this course, but you will be spending your time assessing the various capacities of organizations, their missions, their service delivery models, the leadership, how effective that organization is in meeting their goals, looking at where there might be gaps for additional funding and the difference that you would want to make. And then we will be taking that assessment and creating a grant proposal, which will be broken up into 3 parts. Not only will you be getting feedback from me, but you will also be getting feedback from your peers. The way the course is set up, you will have dyad and triad groups to give feedback on your parts 1, 2, and 3 as you move forward in the course. So I hope that you are also excited about this course as much as I am. Various students may have challenges, some don't, but if you do, it could be for a number of reasons. Writing a grant proposal is not easy. It is a very valuable skill set, and if you get nothing else out of this course, it may be that you will be hiring someone to write grants in the future and you will not be doing it yourself. Writing a budget can be very tedious, but an incredibly important skill, as is simply being able to identify the change that you want to make and have an elevator pitch that succinctly describes what the current evidence is and why you think the need exists. As I mentioned, I'm here to support you in this course. I look forward to getting your questions, talking to you about the course concepts, reading your discussion posts. Please send me an email with any questions that you may have. I will quickly just go over the breakdown so that you're aware. 40% of your grade in this course is participation in the discussion. So that is very important that you get that in on time. Initial discussion posts are due on Thursdays before midnight, and then your response post to either your peer, your dyad, or triad, you'll have assignments for who to respond to, is due by Sundays before midnight. If you think you're going to be late or you need some extra time, I am absolutely willing to work with you. Please just get in touch with me at least a day in advance, if not two, before the deadline. Then for your program proposals, you have parts 1, 2, and 3. Each of those is worth 10% of your grade. And then your cumulative proposal, which is going to be due week 6, is 25% of your grade. And then the organizational capacity assessment that I mentioned, the needs assessment, is going to be 20% of your grade. So that breakdown is in your syllabus. You can reference it as you need to refresh your memory. But that is it. So I look forward to reading your first posts and engaging with you throughout this course and leading you to writing a proposal that I think you're going to be very proud of by the time you get to week 7. Please hang in there, stay encouraged, take care of yourself, communicate if you need something, and I will see and talk to all of you soon.